Hey there, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can earn close to $5,000 per month publishing one simple book on Amazon KDP that quite frankly has been overlooked and forgotten. I'll show you some successful books on Amazon that are doing quite well and show you how insanely simple these books really are. And then I'll show you how you can start creating similar books that you can start publishing right now on a part-time basis that can build into a lucrative side hustle. But before that, hey guys, my name is Jeff and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. And right now we're talking about low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. So today we're talking about the comic book niche, and more specifically, we're talking about the blank comic book. So what exactly is a blank comic book? Well, it's like a regular comic book, but instead of having a full story already written, it has pre-drawn panels where the user can fill in and create their own story. And the reason people really love these books is because of the freedom to really create what they want. They can create their own stories, they can do their own drawings, and they can make a comic book that's just for them, or they can make one for someone special. Now, if we do a quick search on Google Trends for blank comic book, we can see that over the past year, the interest has been relatively the same. And then if we go back even 5 years, we can see that same story. So what this means is that the demand has stayed consistent for a long period of time, and there's no reason to believe that the interest will change anytime soon. So this is what we call an evergreen niche, because this type of book is going to sell year round and is not dependent on seasonality or different times of the year. Now, if we do a simple search for blank comic book on Amazon, we can see the type of books that are here and how well they're selling. So if we go through them, we can see that this blank comic book right here has a BSR, or a best sellers rank, of 4,962. And basically with the best sellers rank, the lower the number, the better the sales. The comic book right next to it is ranking at 5,644. And then the next book is 2,316. And as you can see, a lot of books here are ranking very, very low, which is a good sign if we want to go ahead and create a similar book in this category. As you can see, as we keep scrolling down, the BSRs, or the best sellers ranks, are still pretty good. We have this comic book named The Ultimate Blank Comic Book Sketchbook at 177,000. And we have some more here that are ranking really well. Now that we know that there's demand in this niche and this specific keyword, the next part is to do keyword research. And typically what I like to do, and the rules that I personally follow, is I'm looking for search results that are 1,000 or below. And as you can see here with this blank comic book keyword, it is at over 2,000 results. And that could still be okay, but personally for me, I like to see 1,000 or below. But I know, since this is a broad search term, that if I start niching down this keyword, that I can find keywords that are going to be below the 1,000 results that I'm looking for. So I'm not worried about that. The next thing that I like to look for is, are there 3 books in here in this first page that I'm going to compete with that have a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below? And as you already saw, there are quite a few comic books here that are ranking well below the 300,000 bestsellers rank. So I know there's enough demand, and I know once I start niching down that there's going to be less competition to be able to actually rank on certain keywords once we start doing more keyword research. And the last thing that I like to look at is this niche score right here with this plugin. Now, if you're interested in using this plugin because maybe you're on Amazon and you don't usually see this plugin is an extension created by Self-Publishing Titans. So if you go to the Chrome Web Store and you type in Self-Publishing Titans, you'll be able to download the 2 extensions that they have, install it, it's free, and you'll be able to learn more about keywords and niche research with these extensions. But what I like to look for is this niche score, and the number that I like is 50 and above. And so when I have this information, I start compiling a list of keywords in a spreadsheet so that I know if it's something that I want to create a book for. Now, I went ahead and niched down the broad term of blank comic book, and as you can see, I have blank comic book, draw your own comics. And what we see here is that It has 557 results, which is well below the 1,000 that I look for. And if we go and scroll down, we can see a lot of the same books here as in the previous search. Now, the next thing that you want to do is you want to look at your keyword here, blank comic book, draw your own comics, and you want to scroll down these listings and see if these titles are using this specific keyword. Because right now we know that the niche score is good, the search results are good, and the demand is good. So if there are books that are not using this specific keyword in their title and subtitle, we might be able to rank for this specific keyword. And so if we scroll down, we can see that there's one here that says create your own comics, but it's not draw your own comics. We can see a couple here that says create your own comics. We can see this one, draw your own comics. So there is one right here, but I only see a few titles that are actually using draw your own comics. So for me, I feel like if we use this in our title, we might have a good chance at ranking for this specific keyword and actually making sales. So if we go ahead and check out one of these books and look at the interior and the listing itself, let's take this one for example, this blank comic book for kids. And as you can see, it has a 2,316 BSR, which is very, very low. So if we go check out this book, we can see here is the description right here, a very, very standard description. We can see the cover here, which is basically what the interior would look like, but with just some color and some more design elements. And then if we go ahead and read the sample so we can see what is inside, we can see that we can't actually see the interior of the book. So what I like to do is I like to go through the ratings or the reviews to see if there are any pictures of the interior. And yes, there are. So let's go ahead and look at these photos. So as you can see, this is the type of interior it has. It has some generic spaces to draw comics, and then there are some bubbles in here, and it's the same thing, just a different design of comic book boxes here with different types of chat bubbles. And as you can see, here is someone that actually drew their own comic in here and what it looks like. And here's another one that a customer drew, and so you can see that they're having a lot of fun with these types of books. Now, to give you an idea of how much this book actually makes, if we take this 2,316 BSR and plug it into a sales calculator, we can see that this book makes 79 sales per day, which equates to about 2,370 sales per month, which is $161 per day or $4,844 a month. So just under $5,000 per month for this one single book that is actually very simple and very easy to make. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make this book right now. Now, probably the best way to create these comic books, if you have a little bit of money and you don't have a lot of time, is to go to a place like Fiverr and hire someone to create custom, unique, blank comic book interior templates. As you can see here, there are a bunch of gigs that will actually do that for you, and they range from $5 all the way to $25. And if you were to do a complete book, this one right here, for example, would only cost you $5, which gives you 60 interior pages and 10 custom templates. And so as you can see, it's actually not that expensive. So this is always an option. And this one is recommended if you don't have the time, but you have a little bit of money to have someone create these types of books for you. And then once you're done with that, you could easily get a cover created as well. From a gig like this one costs $25. So if you add the 25 to the $5 for an entire complete comic book that you're going to be making money on, to pay $30 upfront as your full investment for the book, I would say it's actually not that bad. Another way of creating these types of books is by using a software. This one is called Tangent Templates. It is a paid software, but if you have it, they have a section here where you can create your own custom comic book interiors. And as you can see, they have 4 different types to choose from. So you can go ahead and mix and match and create a full interior with these types of templates. And then all you would have to do is take it to another program to go ahead and add the finishing touches like bubbles and things like that to complete the interior. Now, the next way you can create these type of interiors is actually by going to a place like Creative Fabrica, which will sell these full interiors on their site. And as you can see here, we have a bunch of blank comic book interiors. These are full books that you can go ahead and download depending on what looks good for you. You can go ahead and download these. You can download a bunch of them and mix and match the interiors to create a custom unique interior for yourself. Or what you could do is you could grab an interior here and then bring it to a place like Canva or Adobe Illustrator and then add the finishing touches so that it becomes a unique and custom comic book interior. So for today, that's exactly what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and download this comic book blank template, and then I'm going to upload it to Canva and do the finishing touches. I'm also going to download these comic book speech bubbles to put in the interior pages to go ahead and give it that custom look. Now I've gone ahead and uploaded the template onto Canva. Now this is an 8.5 by 11 interior. And so when you're making the interior, just make sure that you have the right dimensions. And with this specific template that we got from Creative Fabrica, they already have the margins calculated. But with KDP, keep in mind that there are margins that you have to be aware of. So you can download the margin template on a place like Tangent Templates, or you can go to KDP's website where they also provide that information as well. But for this specific one, we don't have to worry about that. So let's go ahead and just drag it to the corner and resize it all the way to the edge. And so here is the blank comic book template. And so once we have this, the important thing to do now is to customize it so it becomes a custom unique template that no one else has, because you don't want to upload this interior just like this, because if hundreds of people are using the same interior, you might get in trouble with Amazon for duplicate content. So always customize anything that you get from Creative Fabrica or anywhere that sells these types of interiors. Now I have a bunch of speech bubbles here that I'm just gonna upload, and we'll pick and choose which ones that we want to use. As you can see here, they are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna delete it, and then as you can see on the left side of the screen, I'm just going to pick and choose the ones that I want for this page. So let's go ahead and go with this one, and let's just make it smaller and then maybe put it right over here like this. And then let's grab this one right here, and then let's put this maybe right here. Let's grab a round one, and then maybe we can put it right here like this. And then maybe let's choose one more. Let's go with this one right here and flip it, and maybe we can put it like over here. Let's go ahead and adjust this like so, and then maybe put this right here. And as you can see, it didn't take much time at all. And then this interior I can go ahead and reuse throughout the book. So if we go ahead and create a second page and go ahead and drop another one of these templates, you can see it's a little bit of a different design. And so we can just go ahead and resize it to the full page and then start adding in our chat bubbles here. So let's go ahead and add a few more chat bubbles right here. Let's grab this one. Let's just put it here. And really, you can just put them anywhere that you please. There is really no rule to this. You just have to imagine where people would want it when they're creating comics, and just go ahead and customize it to your heart's content. And let's say we're happy with this page. As you can see, here is another custom interior that we just made. Another thing that we could do is we could add some more elements inside these boxes. So for example, if I go to the left side here under elements and I type in comic book, we can see that there are a bunch of things here that we could use. Let's say we want to use some of these designs, like for example, let's say we want to use this. Well, we can go ahead and just put it somewhere here and find a place where it can fit nicely. So let's say I want to put it right here, and we can just keep designing however we want. And so this is what I'm saying, where you can customize the interior. You can start adding elements to the page to make it very unique and very custom. And then finally, let's go ahead and grab one of these and put it right here in the corner. Just gonna make it smaller like that, and then position it backward. And as you can see what I'm trying to do here, you get the idea. You just go ahead and customize it and keep doing what you want to do in terms of design until you're happy with your interiors. Now, the last thing we need to do to tie all this up is to create a cover. So what I did is I went ahead and grabbed one of the interior pages and I put it onto Adobe Photoshop, but we could use Illustrator or we could use other programs, but I'm just going to use Photoshop for right now. And the reason that I put it on Photoshop is because I just want to put colors in these boxes and change the coloring around. And then we're going to re-upload it back onto Canva to do the finishing touches for the cover. So this is pretty easy. All I'm going to do is choose this paint bucket tool, and I'm going to choose my colors, and I'm just going to go ahead and click inside each of the box. It should change each box into whatever color that I choose. So let's go ahead and the middle one, let's go make it yellow. And then also we have to have some blues in here. So let's go get a blue, put it right there. We also need a red. So let's go pick a red right there. And then maybe a green down here. And the last thing that I want to do is I want to make all the white space black. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose the black color and then click right here, and it made everything black. Now that this is done, I'm going to save this and I'm going to re-upload it onto Canva and then show you how to finish this cover. Now to create this cover design, you need the right dimensions, and for an 8.5 by 11 book that we're making, I believe it is 17.49 by 11.25 inches. And so I've gone ahead and done that, and then now we're just gonna go ahead and upload that picture back onto here. I'm just going to place it to the right side for now because this is the cover of the book, is the right side. If you can imagine it folding, the left side of the page is the back cover. Now what I like to do is I like to put a little bit of a spine just to know where the middle of the page is. So I'm just going to place it right here in the middle. Then I'm just going to extend it right here like so and make sure it's in the middle. I'm just going to make it smaller just so I know where it is, and then I'm going to go ahead and color that black. So now that we have this, we want to go ahead and resize this image all the way to the corners here like so. As you can see, this is what it looks like now. So now that we have all this set up, all we want to do is put some speech bubbles in here, some elements to kind of make it pop. And so let's go ahead and put this right here like so. And then maybe we can use this bam right here and maybe put it up here. And then we could do the wow right here, and we can put this right here. And don't worry about if you go over these lines, that's perfectly fine. Put some stars or some other things like maybe this. Maybe we could put some stars down here. Let's go ahead and do this and put this right here. Let's go use an arrow and just find a place for it. So let's say this overall design is what we're happy with. Now we just have to add the title on here. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and go to the left-hand side, select text, add a heading. And then for this, it's called blank comic book. And we're just going to find a font that fits the comic book theme. Let's go ahead and choose this font right here. And then here you go. Here is a complete cover. As you can see, I went ahead and added a bunch of elements here, and here is our title. It says blank comic book, draw your own comics. And that's from the keyword research that we did before. So as you can see, in about a couple minutes, I created this book cover that actually looks pretty good to me. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. So I hope you can see how much potential this blank comic book niche has with the keyword research that we did, as well as how easily and fast we can create these interiors and these covers with the help of things like Tangent Templates, Creative Fabrica, Fiverr. And in a matter of no time, we can have a custom complete book ready to be uploaded onto KDP to start making some sales. Well, there you have it. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you're able to implement it into your low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a new video. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.